This match is over. He's about to hit him with the big slam.
Again, thanks for your support, and we'll see you at the matches right here, OneWrestling.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to OneWrestling.com's Big Slam Nation. How you doing? How you doing? I know it's been a while. My name is Billy Ray Valentine, the handsome panda. You know what it is. And that right there is Big Ray, the mark of the masses, the man with the plan. You'll say what's up to the people, Big Ray.
Yeah, man, you almost stole my whole tagline, but it is me, Big Ray, the mark of the masses, the man with the plan. Big Ray here to stay to talk some wrestling today. This is episode number 45 of Big Slam Nation. And my God, Billy Ray Valentine, I know talking off air, you had a lot of venom, a lot of anger inside, and you just wanted to get on the air and just kind of let things out. And I think I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I think I have an idea of what you want to start off with.
Well, you know what? Like, there's a lot of things to talk about. Like I said previously, that are probably more newsworthy than this, but this is what I want to talk about overall right now. So, I mean, just to sum up, we're going to talk about AJ Styles losing to what's this guy's name?
James Ellsworth, the new face that runs the place.
Yeah, kind of looking like I think he kind of looks like CM Punk in a way. I don't know why, but for real, I thought it was CM Punk's. Like, I thought they were making fun of CM Punk when they brought him out. I don't know why, but anyway,
that's hilarious.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Billy Corgan suing TNA. I want to talk about that as well. And there's a couple of other things. Goldberg is coming back, but I really want to start off talking about Hideo Itami, Kenta. Right, Kenta is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Anybody who follows One Wrestling or the PW Hustle knows that I love Kenta. And I was kind of Kenta being Hideo Itami, and I was kind of hesitant with him coming over to the WWE, but he did it, and good for him. I know he was chasing his dream. Now, so as most of you already know, he's hurt again. Like, he spent a year on the shelf recently for an injury, for a shoulder injury, and now he has a neck injury that's put him on the shelf again.
So really quickly, how bad is this neck injury? Do we know how long he's going to be out?
To be honest with you, I really don't know how long he's going to be out. I know he's going to be out of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the tournament. He's not going to be a part of that anymore. Apparently, he was supposed to team with Kota Ibushi, and that's not going to happen. So, my whole deal with Kenta is, or Hideo Itami, however you relate to him best, is that this guy has been sitting in NXT. Now he's a world-renowned talent. He's put on some of the greatest matches I have ever seen around the world. He's wrestled with the best. He doesn't need any seasoning. He doesn't need any. I mean, you can make the argument that he needs to learn the WWE style, right? You can make that argument. But when there are guys like Baron Corbin and the Vaudevillains sitting in the main roster right now, and Kenta, Hideo Itami, who is an absolute beast, is in NXT. And getting hurt, by the way, in front of 300 people, getting hurt. I feel like the WWE isn't making enough of the investment that they made on this guy, because they're not being very smart. And they're keeping these guys down in NXT when they could be using him in the main roster. He could be getting hurt on Monday Night Raw at the very least. Showcase these guys. These guys are ready to go. Unlike Baron Corbin, who you can make an argument, he could use some time in NXT. Some of these women wrestlers, they can use some time in NXT. The Vaudevillains, I can make an argument that they're not even supposed to be on a main roster, period, right now.
Yeah, if I may really interject, listen, Billy Ray, the thing is that my opinion is the WWE at this point at juncture are just playing it safe. Now, look, it's neither here nor there, but let's say the WWE brought up Hideo Itami a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago, and the guy continuously gets hurt. Now, this is supposed to be your number one Japanese import. Well, back in the day, it was your number one Japanese import. Again, they're not bringing in Rainmaker. Rainmaker is not going to leave Japan. That's Okada. I was surprised that they got Shinsuke Nakamura to come to the WWE. Now,
Shinsuke!
Oh, don't do that. That's weird. But listen, the thing is this. I think WWE is just playing it safe. And I think it's smart business because the guy continuously gets injured. The guy is always hurt. What if you put him in a major storyline with somebody? What if you put him in a big tag team? What if you put him in a tag team with whomever in the WWE and you bring him up and then he gets hurt? I mean, it's it's WWE doing good business, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think it's good business to sign an injury-prone player. Like I really don't. A player, I'm saying, because I'm relating it to Major League Sports, Major League Baseball, Major League anything, the NBA, the NFL. You don't sign injury-prone players. Like look at Arian Foster for example, Houston Texans running back that is an absolute beast, right? The Texans let him go because he continues to get hurt. The Dolphins sign him, and what happens? He gets hurt. Like, you know, so I don't think it's smart business to sign someone that continually gets hurt.
Hold on one second. But then, you know, you had a guy, let's say back in the 90s, a guy by the name of Paul O'Neill, who was a Cincinnati Red, and he would be relatively injury prone. And the guy, you know, was a 250 hitter, more or less a power hitter. And he comes to the Yankees and becomes one of the greatest hitters in Yankee history.
Great.
I mean, my point is that, you know, if you're going to take a shot, take a shot. That's what the WWE did, but they're doing it the right way. They're being smart about it. Keeping him in front of 400 people instead of keeping him in front of 4,000 to 14,000 people on a weekly basis, brother.
No, but that's the equivalent of taking Paul O'Neill and having him play for your farm system teams. You know, like they got Paul O'Neill and put him on the field, and he played and he produced. This is what I mean. If you take a gamble with a guy like that, take a gamble with him. Don't waste him away in front of 200-300 people every night, and that's how he gets hurt. When the guy is clearly ready to go, he could be entertaining big audiences on Raw or on SmackDown until something happens. If something happens, and if it doesn't, then you've paid it off. That's what makes smart business to me. I don't see why they're keeping these guys down on NXT. Like, let's say something happens to Shinsuke Nakamura tomorrow. Did they get their maximum investment off of this guy? No,
not their maximum investment, but they did get a good investment off of NXT merchandising. Or, you know, I mean, listen, man, it's neither here nor there. Like I said, you can't predict the future. You don't know what's going to happen. When they signed it, when Triple H signed the guy, when Triple H signed the guy, this was a huge deal. But the fact is, look, man, the guy's body may not be, how can I put it, WWE ready. You know what I'm saying? I know the guy fights a strong style over in Japan, yada, yada, yada. He's fighting a lot smaller guys over in Japan. The only big guy over there really was Shinsuke Nakamura, and he's not a big guy. I mean, he's a tall guy. He's not a huge guy. And Okada, that's about it. I mean, you're fighting these beasts every single week, taking these crazy bumps every single week. The travel is out of your mind, dude. You're traveling like 300 days out of the year. I mean, dude, I feel you. Look, let me just start by saying this, and I'm not going to stay ranting too long, but Baron Corbin should not be on the WWE roster again. This is my opinion. Baron Corbin is just not ready, dude. I do not enjoy him in the ring. I can't stand his. I know he's supposed to be the lone wolf and all that crazy stuff. Please, dude, that guy shouldn't be on. The Vaudevillains, they work in an independent program. They work at NXT, but they don't work in the WWE. I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I'm sorry. No, my cat was climbing on top of my computer, and I got afraid right there.
Of course he was.
Is everything working on my end, just to make sure?
Everything is working, my brother.
All right, because he stepped on my keys here. But like Kenta hasn't exclusively wrestled smaller guys. Sure, he has. You know what I mean? But he's been in the ring with Misawa. Misawa, who was a big dude. He's been in the ring with Kenta Kobashi.
Hold on, is that your cat's tail? What the hell's going on here,
that is my cat's tail. That's my dude. Every time I do a podcast, or every time I get on any type of show that I'm using my laptop in the kitchen, he comes and he hangs with me.
Why don't you bring him over? Why don't you introduce him to the Big Slam Nation?
He's not very
because cats are dicks. I'm sorry.
He is, but he's so cool. Zeus, come here, baby, come here. He's not coming. He'll come eventually when he feels like.
Cat's name is Zeus.
That's right. His name is Zeus from Mount Olympus. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, Kenta can go. That's my whole thing. He can go, and I think they've wasted him away. I think any potential that they had of making him a giant star might be wasted away with the severity of this injury. They're not going to want to invest in him. Like, and the WWE has made there's history behind this. Like, behind my comment, the WWE has done this before. They did it with Dolph Ziggler. They did it with Daniel Bryan. You know, Daniel Bryan gets hurt. They don't want to invest in him. Dolph Ziggler gets hurt. He's a enhancement talent for the rest of his time, or they're giving him the Intercontinental title 8,000 times. You know, this is what they do. So it hurts me to see something like this happen to Hideo Itami, one of the absolute best in the world. And in retrospect, I'm thinking, you know, and I'm like, let me think about Look at Finn Balor, you know, all this time. I mean, they've been having him down in NXT for, what, a year or two? You know, he comes up to the main roster, he gets hurt. Like, these are guys that are ready to go. They're ready to go.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. You never know what's going to happen. Who thought
know.
Finn Balor was going to get hurt?
No,
his
of course.
First freaking month?
I'm just saying, of course you never know, but you never know anything. You can walk down the street in a second and get run over by a car. You never know. You never know. It can happen. But my whole deal is this: try to maximize what you got when you have it. You know, and so when you have a guy like Kenta, like a Hideo Itami, sitting down there, and you have a dude like Baron Corbin on the main roster, that just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. And you can make the argument. I'm sorry, Ray. You can make the argument that Kenta needed to learn the WWE style. I get that because he hasn't been the same person ever since he came over from Japan. His matches with Nakajima, go look those up. I mean, oh my God, those are some of the greatest matches I've ever seen in my life. But you'll never see that in the WWE because it's just a different style. But if you're gonna sign a dude like that, I would bring him into the main roster. They're ready to go. Bring them in and let it fly. If they're gonna get injured, let them get injured in front of 15,000 people, maximizing the profit, maximizing the value that you got from this guy, not from 200 people and on the internet crowd. That's just me. I know you disagree, Ray. Go ahead.
Oh, I disagree 1,000%, brother. I mean, look, what happens is that if you get this guy injured, if this guy is injury prone in front of 15,000, millions and millions of people, instead of a couple of 100,000 people that have the WWE network, I mean, it damages the value of your in-ring talent. This is, again, my opinion. You're going to think your way, I'm going to think my way. I really do believe that Hideo Itami, a.k.a. Kenta, the guy needed to learn the WWE style. And every time he gets close to coming up to the roster, he gets hurt. I mean, I thought he would be on the roster probably 2017. Now, to be honest with you, I don't think he sees the WWE main roster, to be honest with you, unless he's part of a tag team.
I'm glad we agree on something. I think you're right. But let's look at this. Let's look at this nonsense, right? So I think it was about a year ago, they had him win that tournament to enter a battle royal in which he just got eliminated on. Like, you know, I thought they were going to give him a run then. Like, why do something like that? Why let him win a tournament to get into a battle royal for then to lose? Who won that battle royal? The Big Show, right? It was either the Big Show or Baron Corbin that won that Andre the Giant Memorial. If it was the first one, it was the Big Show. Baron Corbin won last year, so it was the first one. It was the Big Show, and they brought in Hideo Itami just to get thrown out. Like, how much sense did that make? I didn't understand that at all.
Well, that's why they didn't bring in Finn Balor. Listen, man, Hideo Itami's 5'8". I mean, I don't think he's going to be winning. As good as he is, I don't think he's going to be winning any battle royals anytime soon.
Well, why put him in it then instead of protecting the guy? You know, I mean, Daniel Bryan isn't very tall either. I stood right next to him, and I'm not a tall guy. You know, and he was able to do it. CM Punk is not a tall guy either.
Dude, this isn't professional wrestling. This is sports entertainment. This is what people forget to think. This is
but CM Punk and Daniel Bryan were world champions in sports entertainment. That wasn't.
But they were entertaining. I mean, can Kenta even speak English?
I mean, did they even give him a chance to be entertaining in front of people? Is my argument? Yeah, he could have flopped. You don't know that. But all right, so let's take an argument. Let's take Shinsuke Nakamura, who is super entertaining. Most people don't even know who he is at this point, unless you're a diehard wrestling fan and you watch NXT. Like, most of the WWE audience on TV that watches Raw and SmackDown does not watch NXT. Just to communicate that to all of you, because all of you might be, what do you mean nobody knows who Shinsuke Nakamura is? That's what I mean. I know you guys watching know who Shinsuke Nakamura is. I know we know who Shinsuke Nakamura is. There's a lot of people out there that don't. And that's what I'm trying to say. Instead of keeping that diamond, because it's not a diamond in the rough, it's just a diamond. Instead of keeping that diamond down in NXT in front of 300 people, why don't you bring that diamond up to Raw and see how it shakes things up? You know what I mean? Just me.
I understand. Listen, Billy Ray, I understand exactly what you're trying to say. You know, it's like, and I'll go back to baseball. It's like the New York Yankees signed Alex Rodriguez, and who knew?
Yuck.
Who knew? Yeah, yuck is correct, because I'm a diehard Yankee fan. I can't stand that freaking douche. But anyway, who knew that Alex Rodriguez? Who knew this guy was going to? Because at the time they signed him, they thought that he was the guy that didn't use steroids. They thought that he was the guy who was going to break the home run record, but he was everything everyone thought he was. I guess he was a freaking cheater, and now he's nothing. Now he's just sitting on a bench. He's probably not going to play next year. I think he's retiring this year, whatever. Maybe he's going to go play over there in Seattle to finish his career. But look, man, I understand what you're saying. You get an investment. You get that investment over. You get Hideo Itami over to the WWE, and you just kind of just promote him and just put him over big, make as much money as you possibly can, and then if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. Is that right? Is that what your line of thinking is, buddy?
That's what I think. But in that vein, let's talk about something the WWE actually did right. Right?
Okay.
Let's talk about AJ Styles. Right? They didn't leave him down on NXT. They didn't have him seasoned. They didn't have him learn the WWE style. And you could have made that argument. And I think if he was down in NXT, people would be making that argument right now. They'd be like, oh, well, he had to learn the WWE style. You can't just bring him up to the WWE. You can't just bring him up to Raw. That'll never work. Now, hey, they brought him up and it worked. And I'll be the first to tell you, I didn't think it was going to happen. And I thought they were going to use him as a jobber. And now he's the WWE champion. So I'll take it. But he loses to some dude, some CM Punk lookalike on television. He looked like CM Punk. That guy looked like CM Punk without the steroids, or CM Punk without the MMA training. That's what he looked like. Not saying that CM Punk used steroids. Okay, I don't know that. I can't.
Maybe he should have.
Maybe it worked for Brock. Anyway, so and you know what? I take that back, Brock. He might be watching.
Yeah, because Brock Lesnar. This is Billy Ray Valentine. You can follow him on Twitter at Obi1. You know me.
I'm a big Brock Lesnar fan. I am the biggest Brock Lesnar fan. The biggest.
That's not what you said off air. You said something about him looking like a vanilla gorilla or something.
Absolutely not. I never said anything like that. But listen,
you would take his wife from him. That's what I heard.
I mean, that I would do, but we have to. It's a trade-off here. He's a giant, jacked-up beast. I'm a handsome panda. That's the way it goes. Listen. So let's talk.
Hold on. Wait 1 second. So we're gonna book this. We're gonna book the handsome panda versus the vanilla gorilla.
Can we make it a handicap match? Can Big Ray, the Mark of the Masses, join me?
No, I'll be the referee and I'll put you in the cage. But I'll tell you what, if Paul Heyman pays me enough, you're going down quick.
That's fine. I'll take that. That way, it's less suffering for me. Listen, let's talk about AJ Styles, okay? So he loses to this guy. And everybody loses their collective minds over it. Personally, I don't think it's a big deal. Give me a take.
Okay, cool. I thought you were gonna, be like everyone else. Here's the deal. I did a. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the Can-Am Wrestling Show will be coming back. Not to OneWrestling.com. Going to be on Andre Corbeil's channel. I have a personal podcast, the Big Ray Wrestling Show podcast.
Hey, tell people what the Can-Am Wrestling Show is. We've had a lot of new people come over here. They may not know what it is. Okay. So, why don't you introduce them to the Can-Am Wrestling Show?
All right. Well, the Can-Am Wrestling Show is basically, it started almost 5 years ago, if I'm correct. And there was a young man by the name of Andre Corbeil who used to do a lot of TNA reviews online. That's how I used to actually follow TNA when I really first started. Well, I follow TNA for since its inception. Excuse me, I can't talk right now. But anyway, we just did like a little video on wrestling.com, brought him over, and then man, we had a huge audience, man. I mean, we used to have some of the best guests, man. We had everybody from Brodus Clay to Pepper Parks, Cherry Bomb,
Billy Ray Valentine.
Billy Ray Valentine was on Bill After. I mean, it was fantastic. But what's going to happen is we're going to get back together once a month. We're going to be doing once a month specials or monthly specials over on his channel, which is Andre Corbeil. Just go search that. And so anyway, we did a podcast this past week, the Big Ray Wrestling Show podcast. You can if you guys subscribe and give me a nice little thing on iTunes. But anyway, 5 stars, please. But anyway, so Andre had a problem with AJ Styles losing to James Ellsworth, and I look at it this way. Yes, it sucks that the WWE World Heavyweight Champion lost to AJ Styles, but how many times have you had a professional wrestler lose to a movie star or a TV actor or a football player or anything like that? I mean, the fact of the matter is that this guy has been in the industry for over 15 years. He's a promoter in the Baltimore area. Yes, the guy looks like CM Punk. If CM Punk had a horrible disease or whatever, he doesn't have a chin. He looks all silly and everything like that. But I think it's great. For me, I look at it as a great story. I look at it as a guy who would never be caught dead in the WWE ring, getting possibly one of the biggest wins of his career. And we're recording this 10/16/2016. This Monday night, this Tuesday night, SmackDown Live. He's going to get a shot at the WWE Championship. Let's be real. Let's look at guys that are in the WWE Hall of Fame. Let's look at. I'll just throw a name out: The Godfather. That guy never got a WWE World Heavyweight Championship shot, and the guy was he was in the industry for how long? You know what I'm saying? Guys like the Junkyard Dog, did he ever get a WWE World Heavyweight Championship shot? Look at Andre the Giant. It took years and years and decades before he even got a shot at the WWE Championship. This guy, I think it's an awesome story. Do I think it sucks for AJ? No, because AJ's a heel. Stuff like this is supposed to happen. It's not like the guy pinned him clean. Do you agree?
I don't think it's a great thing like you think it is, but I certainly don't think it's a ridiculously awful thing like a lot of people think. My whole deal with it is it's part of a storyline, and I kind of get it. Okay, I kind of get what they did. I don't think the WWE champion, or any champion for that matter, should just be losing on television as often as they do on WWE television.
Yeah, but when has AJ Styles? No. When has AJ Styles lost last? I mean, the guy continuously holds on to the WWE championship. Everybody thought he was going to lose it. I said it here. I said it on WrestleZone that he was going to have that belt all the way up to WrestleMania, and I believe that. No,
definitely. Let's see what happens as it relates to that. But I'm just saying in general, I don't think it's the greatest thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I went back and saw it. Ray told me to watch it actually because I hadn't seen that episode of SmackDown, so I had to go back and take a look. And I get it. I get why they did it. You understand? I'm like, it's Dean Ambrose getting over on AJ Styles. It's not whoever. What's his name?
Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth. The elf. James Ellsworth.
Ellsworth. No H there, buddy. What's wrong with you?
The elf. I can't.
James Elf. Okay, are you saying James Ellsworth?
That's what I want him to be. I want him to be an elf, like from Lord of the Rings. That could be his gimmick.
Oh, he will play an elf this Christmas. I'm sure that the guy will be in the WWE roster, and he will be sitting on Mick Foley's lap.
Yes,
playing an elf. I swear to God, it's going to happen.
The elf, James Ellsworth. Okay, there you go. That's the best I can do. Listen, so with him, I get it. It's Dean Ambrose getting over. Dean Ambrose stopped the pin, and AJ Styles, did a great job at not breaking this kid's neck because the guy obviously forgot to tuck his.
Oh, did you see? Did you see the picture they took?
I was.
Oh my God! Because look, I don't know if you guys have ever been in the ring. I was in the ring when I was younger. You're taught consistently to tuck your chin to your chest to take any bump. That's why even the Braun Strowman front face choke slam is a dangerous move because everybody is used to tucking their neck. It's just a natural thing. You do it for 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, whatever it is. And this kid, this young man, James Ellsworth, tucked his head straight down, and AJ Styles landed like a cat on all fours, bro, to protect him.
I think, and I know this from past AJ Styles interviews that he tells everybody, don't tuck it. As long as you don't tuck your head, you should be fine in taking that move, and that's exactly what this guy did. But AJ Styles kind of saved his freaking life. So big ups to AJ Styles for having the presence of mind to do something like that. But all right, let's go back here and let's look at this angle that people are losing it. I understand where you guys are coming from, that he shouldn't have lost to this guy, but all in all, it's just an angle that they're doing, and AJ is going to squash him on Tuesday. That's the way it should go down. What's that?
Let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
And I want you to
answer it. I will. I'll try anyway.
I want you to really think about this because, I mean, the WWE's never actually done this. I mean, they've taken the Intercontinental title and they put it on a guy like Santino Marella out of the blue. Do you think the WWE is crazy enough to actually put the belt on James Ellsworth and then have AJ Styles come back next Tuesday night SmackDown and take it back? But maybe in a steel cage. I mean, like, really think about that. Let's really think about James Ellsworth, the possibility, because everybody's saying, "Oh no, that's not going to happen." But really think about it. I'm not talking from inside information. What if the WWE decides to take the belt off of AJ Styles, put it on James Ellsworth, and then next week they put him in a freaking steel cage match where no one can interfere, and then he squashes him. I mean, do you think, because again, the championships, guys, listen, I know how much you value championships. It's not what it was in the 80s, the 60s, the 50s, the 70s. It's not what it was. These championships are just props for your sports entertainment. I honestly do feel that the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, oh my God, I'm going to get so much heat for this, but the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at this point in juncture is a little more important, I guess. It means more as in pro wrestling, if that makes any sense, than the WWE or the Fruit Roll-Ups Championship, that stupid Universal Championship I want to just eat. Looks delicious, like cherry or strawberry. But anyway, Billy Ray, what if the WWE puts the belt on James Ellsworth?
That's never going to happen. If the WWE puts the belt on this guy, they're going to tank the last ratings that they have left. People are going to be pissed. All right, let's remember a couple of the nonsense that went on before with David Arquette getting that belt. You know, nonsense like that. This will be the equivalent to that. Don't do anything stupid like that. And I know this isn't part of the plan. If that does happen, I'll lose my collective mind on it.
Yeah, but this guy is actually, listen, if David Arquette was a TV actor, this guy is 15 years in the business. This guy is a promoter in the Baltimore area. This guy has some charisma. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Talking Smack, but it was very believable. The Danny O'Brien interview with him, and listen, man, call me crazy, and
you're crazy.
Come back to me next week when I'm wrong, because
call you crazy again. Sure,
I'll probably be wrong. I will probably be wrong, but even if it's just for a minute, even if there was some schmoz finish, I think we're going to see the belt around the waist. It's not going to fit because the belt's going to be way too big. The belt around the waist of James Ellsworth, dude.
You'd be happy with something like that?
Would I be happy? As a pro wrestling purist, no. As a fan of sports entertainment, I think it would be extremely entertaining. And I know I'm going to get a lot of heat, but I think it'll be entertaining to see this weird looking, no chin little guy that is an indie promoter with the belt around his. Can you imagine this guy coming? I mean, right now on the thumbnail for this show, there's a picture of him on the cover of WWE 2K with his little chin tucked in, 2K17. Dude, I think I'm crazy enough that I believe that James Ellsworth might have a shot to win the title this week.
Hey, listen, if you get that wrong, can I have the TNA world title behind you?
Well, here's something funny, Billy Ray Valentine.
What's that, man?
Because I actually have a surprise for you. Now, remember, we talked off air about something that you were going to try to hook me up with?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you hook me up with this, and if I get to speak to that person, if things work out, I have something for you. Would you like to see what it is?
No, I don't, actually. I don't want to see anything. What the hell is your problem? I don't want to see anything.
No. It's not anything retarded. It's actually... I've actually had this for a long time, and I was going to give it to you anyway because of all the work. I mean, pretty much, look, man, I know Bill Apter loves you, and you've really been my friend for the last 15, 20, almost 20 years, man. And I had this here for a long time, and I thought about giving it to you for a really long time. And I said, you know what? This might be the opportunity for me to actually give it to Billy Ray Valentine. Would you like to see what it is?
What is it? Okay,
stand by. Hold on. I'm going to grab it right now. Stand by.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Keep the fans entertained. Stand by.
Fans, are you entertained? Be entertained. Look at all those. I don't even know if the camera's on me. I'm assuming it is. If the camera is on me, you see this poster back here? It says, I want to believe. That's because I believe in aliens.
Okay, Billy Ray, you there?
Yes.
Okay, you believe in aliens.
I do.
Freaking weirdo. All right, so Billy Ray Valentine. Now, I know we were going to have the Apter Cup, and you did win the Apter Cup, and we never actually got an Apter Cup, but I've had this, like I said, for some time, and I want to officially, I'm dead serious, I'm going to give this to you the next time we hook up and I see you, but I'm going to give you this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Now, look what I have back here. You see that?
Yes. How'd you get two of those things?
It pays to be a cool guy, and people send you gifts every once in a while. So this was a gift that was sent to me a long time ago, and I can't use two, so
I can use it. I'll take that. That's awesome.
Officially, look, guys. Hold on. An officially licensed TNA World Heavyweight Championship replica that I'm going to be giving. I'm not kidding you, buddy. Especially if you take care of me the way you say you're going to take care of me. So now this gives you incentive to talk to whoever you have to talk to tomorrow.
I will. I definitely will, because I want a TNA World Heavyweight title.
How do you feel about that?
I have 2 WWE Heavyweight titles.
Do you know how heavy this thing is?
Yes, I know. It's very heavy.
It's very heavy. Anyway, so I mean, dude, I honestly thought you were going to be a little more excited than that.
Oh, I am excited. I'm very excited. Have a TNA Heavyweight title. Who wouldn't want a TNA Heavyweight title? I think it's the most beautiful belt out there right now, honestly. Next to New Japan's belt, yeah. I love New Japan's belt.
Well, New Japan's belt, that's like the Stanley Cup of professional wrestling. It's a beautiful belt. Beautiful belt.
So next to New Japan's belt, I'd go with this one, and then the ROH title, and then the 2 WWE titles. Even though
the ROH title, not a big fan, dude.
I like it better than the WWE title.
No, the WWE title's grew on me, actually. It's kind of this one right back here. It's kind of grown on me.
I purchased it. I have that one because it did grow on me, but not as much as the other ones. I like the other ones better. All right, so I don't have a problem.
I just want you to take a picture with it when I give it to you, and I want it to be around your waist, but you're not wearing anything except socks. Just the belt covering your junk.
I'm not doing that.
Why not?
I'm not. I don't get down like that, Ray. I can't do.
What do you mean get down like that? Doesn't mean it's not weird. It's art.
Is this for your girlfriend?
What girlfriend? What are you talking about?
Is this for a lady friend that has requested me to do this? If that's the case, then I may do it, and you have to give me her address, and I'll send it straight to her. But if it's for you, I can't condone that type of behavior.
It's for the masses, dude.
It's for the masses?
Yes.
Are the masses women? Is there a mass of women that are requesting this? Then fine. Otherwise, I don't know.
Maybe the mark of the masses?
I can't do that.
Well, anyway, Billy Ray Valentine, whether you can hook me up or not, I've been dying to give you this belt. That's actually why I wanted you to come to Legends of the Ring with me. I was going to surprise you with it, you dork.
Well, we couldn't make it to Legends of the Ring because life gets in the way of everything. But hey, listen, that is awesome. Let's get back to the show because I'm sure the people don't give a damn about any of this.
This is entertainment, my friend.
Let's talk about Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg, who is potentially returning to the ring. Bill Goldberg is supposed to be on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I don't care personally, but it'll be fun, I guess, right, to watch. I guess I'll go out of my way after I come home at 12 midnight to rewind the show and watch that particular moment. So I guess the WWE is achieving their goals. They've had very low ratings. They had to do something, so I guess they threw some money Bill Goldberg's way to try to generate some of that nostalgia view, some of the nostalgia cash. And I don't blame them for it, quite frankly. Are you at all excited to see Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg?
Negative. I'm not excited to see Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg. I'm excited to see Brock Lesnar because I've always been. I'm excited to see Bill Goldberg because I've always been a Bill Goldberg fan. Mm-hmm. Listen, here's the deal. WWE is not stupid. WWE knew this was going to happen. WWE, obviously they built this WWE 2K17 video game around this rivalry that never came to fruition because that match at WrestleMania was the worst thing I've ever seen, Daddy. I'm going to start talking like the American Dream, Dusty Rose. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in the fourth night. I swear to God, this is one of the worst bookends I ever seen in a match ever. But anyway.
It's much better than your Ric Flair.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, now you're gonna make me do Ric Flair.
You could do Ric Flair later on the show.
I'm gonna do it right now. Let me tell ya, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo!
That's very bad, but that's why it has charm because it's that awful.
That coming from a man with a banana in his hand.
It's a lot of potassium.
It's like the old primetime wrestling. Remember they used to have the banana phone over there with Bobby Heenan?
I never saw that show.
You never saw? Oh, you didn't have cable until you were an adult because you used to live in a box.
Absolutely, and I was probably 3 years old when that happened. But go ahead.
You know what? You can go take your fist. You can spit on your fist, and you go fist yourself, my friend.
That's not nice.
I know, but I love you, brother. We can talk like that to each other. I'm giving you a freaking TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt.
Yes,
as his mouth is stuffed with a banana. But anyway, listen, here's the deal. Yes, I'm excited to see Bill Goldberg. Now, here's the deal. I've said here's the deal a lot this episode. I don't know why. But here's the deal. I would rather see Bill Goldberg come back at a Mania match versus The Undertaker and that would be the end of both careers. I think they can go balls to the wall. It's a very believable match. Brock Lesnar, let's be real, man. Brock Lesnar at this point in juncture is younger, stronger. He's in ring shape. I mean, see, Bill Goldberg it's weird, man, because Bill Goldberg, he's more like I hope I don't get heat for. He's more like a cartoon character. Do I believe that the guy can beat my ass? Absolutely. The guy can beat my ass and Billy Ray. I think he could beat all of Big Slam Nation, including, well, I don't know about Bill Apter, because Bill Apter, no one has ever gotten out of Bill Apter's figure 4 leg lock. So that being said, Bill Goldberg,
no one.
Bill Goldberg, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, dude. I'm going into my Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is pretty good.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I've been to the mountaintop, dude. I've been with Bill Apter, brother. And there's no way, dude, that you're ever going to break out of the figure 4 leg lock, brother. Anyway. Listen. Bill Goldberg will, in fact, and I actually believe that he's going to win this match. I just think that's the business. I think that's the business that Bill Goldberg signed for. Am I excited to answer your question? Absolutely, because I loved Bill Goldberg. It's nostalgia, but the guy looks like he's in phenomenal shape. Now, all he has to do is go to his local CVS, go to his local Rite Aid. There's this stuff called Just for Men. I used to use that Just for Men, but I cut it very short. A lot of the ladies, they actually love the salt and pepper hair. But anyway, you need to kind of color that in. Please don't beat the living daylights on me, because I know you can. But man, I really thought about this. Do I care? I think I think it's a thing that they just owe us something. I think the WWE owes us a real match between these guys, because these two guys, when they first got together, this was the biggest crock of crap I've ever seen in the history. This was when Brock Lesnar was going to go play for the Minnesota Vikings, and Bill Goldberg was going to go do his car shows and his movies and all that crap. Listen, the WWE, Bill Goldberg, screw the WWE. The Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, you guys owe us a legitimate match. So yes, I am excited. I hope that this goes the way I believe it's going to go. I think it's going to be extremely entertaining. It's just going to be cool to hear, and I hope they go with the original WCW version of Bill Goldberg's music, because when he came over to the WWE, I don't know if you noticed, I'm very tedious. You know, I have a partner over at the Impact Rebellion over at WrestleZone.com, Ben Hameen, and we dissect things. And I noticed that they kind of tweaked Bill Goldberg's music, and God Almighty, God freaking mighty, please, if Sting ever comes back to a WWE ring, which I don't think it will happen, but please give him his old theme song back, because that stupid thing with the crow, whatever the hell it is.
They don't even have to give him his own. I mean, it was atrocious. I agree with you, but they don't even have to give him his old theme song back. If they don't want to do that, just pay Metallica for what was it, Seek and Destroy or Search and Destroy?
Oh my God, anything better than that.
That's what he used to come out to in WCW when he was the man. So I mean, give him that again.
You talking about Surfer Sting?
Yes, Surfer Sting was awesome. He's my favorite Sting. I love Surfer Sting.
You remember those matches with him and Ric Flair, dude? Those were so great.
But listen, man. Bill Goldberg's song was changed, and I hate that. I mean,
when you do that.
The new song that they gave him in WWE was not that bad, but it wasn't the original. You need the original song. I don't know why they changed it.
They changed it to make they do what they always do. They changed it to make it theirs. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, bro, there's just something about, if you want to bring back nostalgia, why the hell would you go and change it? I mean, the WWE owns the freaking music. They own the Sting song. Why the hell did you change it? I'm so angry. Oh.
I hated A Man Called Sting. I hated that song. He's a man called Sting. I hated that song.
You didn't like that song? That song was awesome.
I still hate it to this day. That guy that did all those WCW, he did the same. He did all the WCW themes. He did the Steiner Brothers theme. I hated that.
What about John Laurinaitis' theme when he was a surfer guy? It's just me, John Laurinaitis, and I'm gonna come to the ring and I'm gonna beat your ass.
I don't remember that. But
you don't remember? John Laurinaitis came down to the ring and he used to have a skateboard. He used to come down to the ring with his tag team partner. I don't remember who it is, but the guy looked like a young Jeff Jarrett.
That sounds like Miss John Laurinaitis to me.
Let me just lower my my throat, whatever the hell you say, my octave here. John Laurinaitis used to come down on a skateboard. And
Okay, this isn't working, man. That one's just not good.
People power.
There you go. That's better. Let's keep that. Anyway, so it's starting up on Raw. Let's see what the ratings look like. NFL's ratings are down. So who knows? Maybe the WWE can squeak something through.
It's down. It's down because the Giants are playing like crap.
Odell Beckham went off today, which is all I really care about because he's on my fantasy team.
Oh, dude! By the way, let me just tell you something. To all you idiots out there that are in my fantasy football league, the first week I was working and I didn't get a chance to edit my fantasy football league. I'm 4-1, and you guys can all suck it because even though half my roster is injured, I am freaking dominating this week.
Is that for money? Do you guys pay for money?
I really can't get into what we're playing for. It might have to do with some like people's wives and stuff, like swapping.
Are they hot?
3 of them are. The other 7, not so much.
Those aren't good odds, man. So I'm not trying to mess with that. But if there's any money leagues out there that you guys are dying to give me your money, because I will take it, hit me up. Next year, I'll take your money and your league's money. I'm a beast at this, unless, of course, people get hurt.
Hold on a second. Let me just put this. This thing weighs like 86,000 pounds. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something. All right.
God.
You know what we should do? We should take this belt, a Billy Ray Valentine, and you should take it to a trophy shop and put like a plate over it and just make this the Apter Cup Championship.
I like the belt as it is, actually.
So when you take this belt, you're not going to share it amongst your friends. You're just going to keep it for yourself. You dirty scoundrel.
Absolutely. Why would I give it to anyone? I'm not doing that. Screw that.
The only thing is the leather is wearing out over here a little bit. But other than that, it's actually in very, very excellent condition. You can see the shine.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Awesome. Curls with this thing.
So back to professional wrestling. We got one more topic to talk about before we wrap up, and let's talk about Billy Corgan. Let's talk about TNA. Listen, I got to give TNA props. I haven't spoken about TNA for a while of what's been going on. They gave Eddie Edwards the world title. A lot of people felt some type of way about that, and I can understand. They didn't give him a build.
Hashtag transitional champion.
They didn't give him a build. But if they would have given him the build, it would have been good. I'm a huge Eddie Edwards fan. I'm a huge Davey Richards fan. I'm a huge fan of the feud that they had back in Ring of Honor when they were feuding for the Ring of Honor heavyweight title.
Billy Ray, really quickly, I'm sorry to interrupt you because I know you're going off, but you know what I said on the WZ Daily, not the WZ Daily, on Impact Rebellion, I said that it would have been really cool if Eddie Edwards was in the ring with that TNA World Heavyweight. Hold on a second. I'm going to put this over my shoulder. I love this freaking belt. That's why I have 2. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and it would have been really cool because, Davey Richards is coming back. His injury is all healed. So would have been cool if he was in the ring and his partner comes down to the ring, and instead of him, that being Davey Richards, shaking his hand or hugging his partner, he just kind of taps on the TNA belt, points at his partner, walks away, no words said. And then they would have went on a nice feud for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But Cody Rhodes is going to be fighting for this championship. And let's just say like this. I have a good idea that Cody Rhodes is going to be the new TNA champion. I'm just saying.
Oh, God. Talk about screwing something up. But, hey, listen, man, let's talk about it. Why is Billy Corgan suing TNA? Tell me if this is true, first off. And then why is it happening? I don't understand. Quite frankly, I want answers from you or from anybody that can give them to me. Because I do not know what is going on. I have no idea. I thought he was going to purchase TNA. Maybe he did. I don't know who he's suing. He's supposedly suing TNA, Dixie Carter, both of them. I have no idea. Just tell me what's going on.
Okay. So here's the deal. This is what I know. I have a lot of inside information from a lot of people that actually work for TNA. And here's the deal. Nobody knows what the hell is going on right now with TNA Impact Wrestling. All I know is this. This is a fact. Okay, this has been reported by ProWrestlingSheet.com, by TMZ.com, by WrestleZone.com, OneWrestling.com. Now, here's the deal. Billy Corgan filed an order of protection against Dixie Carter and her husband. I'm not going to name her husband because he's not wrestling related, so I'm not going to name him. And apparently, this is what I believe, and I've spoken to 1,000 people on this. Actually, not 1,000, like 6. Oh, oh my goodness! what's on my mind, buddy.
Is that fantasy league you're playing in, man?
Oh, stop. It's not that type of fantasy league. But listen, unless it was the lingerie bowl. But anyway, this is what I'm hearing. This is what I understand. This is what I think is happening. Again, this is all opinion based. If we want to know what you guys think, please leave your comments here below. Here, One Wrestling Video, or hit us on Twitter at Big Ray Show and at Obi-Wan You Know Me, or at a Big Slime Nation. But listen, Billy Ray, think about this. Billy Corgan has been putting a lot of money into funding TNA Professional Wrestling, TNA Impact Wrestling, and I think. This is what I think. Again, I think Dixie Carter, number one, is just a beautiful, unbelievable, wonderful person who absolutely loves this company. But do I think that she has a business acumen to run a professional wrestling company? In my opinion, not so much. Again, but she's a wonderful person who really loves this business. But here's the deal: I think Billy Corgan sued TNA Wrestling in order to get TNA Wrestling. What am I talking about? Well, here's the deal. If he puts a protective order against Dixie Carter and against her husband, guess what? When he's backstage, they have to stay whatever amount of feet away from the establishment. So guess what? Billy Corgan is there to make the very final last call on everything. They cannot be involved. And I think over the course of time, Billy Corgan is a very brilliant, not only a genius, he's a musical freaking genius. But the guy is a very good businessman. He always puts himself over as a good businessman. And a lot of the and don't get it twisted, guys. A lot of the ideas have not come from Billy Corgan himself. He's okay the ideas, but he does make the last call on the ideas. But I want to give a big shout out, a huge shout out to the person who has been behind the direction change in TNA. And this person is freaking Jeremy Borash. You are, in fact, the man. He does absolutely everything for that company. He runs around with a laptop with like 8 hard drives attached to it, and he does everything from video editing to ring announcing to backstage interviews. The guy is a freaking wrestling god. Yes, I said it. Jeremy Borash, you are the freaking man. I want to have you here at OneWrestling.com or on Impact the Rebellion. But Jeremy Borash has put a lot of work into him, and Matt Hardy were the ones that actually had the idea behind the whole broken gimmick. And anyway, long story short, I'm going off on a tangent. You asked me what's going on.
Yes, I did.
With this lawsuit. And the fact is that it is a fact that TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, is being sued by Billy Corgan himself. But again, I want to know what your thoughts are on the fact that Billy Corgan is suing the company to, in fact, finally get the company. And I may add that apparently what I'm hearing, the WWE is no longer interested in not only the video library or TNA itself. So I think it would be in Billy Corgan's best interest to take that library, put it out as digital downloads on ImpactWrestling.com or video on demand on ImpactWrestling.com and make extra money on it, because you have an extensive library that goes back well over a decade. What do you think, buddy?
I have another question, actually. I don't know what I think. I have no idea what I think. But why? All right, fine. So he's suing them to get the company. Fine, I get whatever. Let's rationalize that. I'll make it work. I'll do mental gymnastics and it'll work. What's up with the restraining order? Like, what am I missing?
Okay.
I don't.
All right, this is all allegedly. Allegedly, they may have been a confrontation between a verbal confrontation, because I believe Billy Corgan is an absolute gentleman. I believe that Billy Corgan, you are as sly as a fox. But Billy Corgan got into allegedly a verbal confrontation with the beautiful, talented, unbelievable, one of my favorite people in the world, even though I think you should stop running wrestling companies, Dixie Carter. And maybe her husband may have gotten involved. Therefore, Billy Corgan felt uncomfortable in his work environment, if you know what I mean. And again, Billy Ray Valentine, if Billy Corgan is the president, which he is the president of TNA Wrestling, if he is the president and Dixie Carter is not allowed in the building, guess who makes the final call?
That's really not nice. It's not a nice thing.
It's not nice, dude, but it's freaking great business. Listen. Let me tell you something. I've been a fan of total nonstop action wrestling since Jeff Jarrett was freaking running the business out of the Impact Zone. I watched TNA wrestling from day one, when Ken Shamrock was your champion, when AJ Styles was the X Division champion, when you had guys just revolutionizing the business. A guy like Elix Skipper, who people totally forget about, was one of the baddest ass wrestlers. I never forget the day he walked the top of the Ultimate X cage and did a freaking Hurricane Run on some other amazing talent. And listen, dude, lo and behold, TNA every single year is supposed to go out of business. Well, I think this is the year. And I'm talking about 2017. I believe this is the year that Billy Corgan takes this company and absolutely not only changes the name, but rebrands it. And would you like to know what the name's going to be?
Tell me.
So would I. Because no one knows. But you like that, right? You like the way I teased everybody. I brought you in, you suckers. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I love you guys, by the way. No, I think it's smart business for TNA to go in its old on a different direction. Who knows? Maybe it's going to she's going to drop the TNA and just keep the Impact Wrestling. I think that would be smart business to keep the history behind the product. But yo, dude, if he calls it Smashing Pumpkins Wrestling, that's what is it? SPW. I stole that from the Taz show, by the way. Taz, former WWE talent, ECW, great. They talk about SPW, and I don't think it's ever going to happen, but Billy Ray Valentine, TNA is going in a totally different direction. I believe it's going to survive and thrive and will remain and be for the next few years the number 2 company in wrestling business. Because guys, whether you understand this or not, and I want you to really wrap your head around this, Billy Ray Valentine, I want you to really think about this. Do you know at this point in juncture, TNA, Impact Wrestling, has been around longer than World Championship Wrestling? I'm not talking about the NWA. I'm talking about when it got rebranded as World Championship Wrestling. TNA has been around longer. Not only that, TNA has been around longer than ECW. So in the time that ECW was at its peak, TNA has officially surpassed them in years. So TNA has defied all the odds. I am a TNA fan. I'm not a mark. I'm a TNA fan. I'm a fan of good wrestling. And all this stuff with premonitions and delete. I absolutely love this. I love Bobby Lashley. I love Drew Galloway. I love the Miracle Mike Bennett. I love the TNA product right now, dude. I have fallen in love with this product. And you know who I fall in love with out of everyone? Billy Corgan. Because I believe Billy Corgan is allowing the creative juices to flow. And I'm sorry I've gone on this tangent, but you asked me a question. I want to fully answer your question, Billy Ray. Go ahead.
That is cool, and that fully answers my question. But you are a mark. You're the mark of the masses. Understand?
I am.
Yeah, so don't ever deny your markdom.
I'm also the man with the plan.
Absolutely. Hey, man, that's been Big Slam Nation, man. I hope you enjoyed the show. My name is Billy Ray Valentine, Handsome Panda. You can follow me on Twitter. Even though I'm barely on, you can follow me there. You know me. What's up?
If you wish, I can just do the old school rundown of everybody's Twitter handles.
Sure. Go right ahead.
It's been a while. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us here at OneWrestling.com, YouTube /OneWrestling Video. You can follow us as a conglomerate here at Big Slam Nation on Twitter. You can follow the legendary Bill After at After One Wrestling at You Got the Show. That's Bill Schuyler, ladies and gentlemen. 8-Track Brown. You can follow him at Pharaoh of Fancy, the Professor Contender, which, by the way, I absolutely love your professor's perspective over at the PW Hustle channel. One of my very, very favorite things. I look forward to it every single week. Love it. So follow him on Twitter at PROF, PW Hustle. And of course, do not forget my partner right here, right now, Obi-Wan, you know me, formerly Billy Ray Hustle on Twitter, but now he is Obi-Wan, you know me, Billy Ray Valentine. You can follow him on Twitter. Who am I forgetting? Oh, I'm forgetting, of course, the enigmatic, the Nature Boy, FAMEBLACK, who will be covering Raw this freaking week here at OneWrestling.com, ladies and gentlemen. So check him out. Follow him on Twitter at FameBlack. And of course, OKayFabe. That's OKayFabe. Follow him on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure. And of course, myself. You can follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show, baby. Anytime. Hit me direct messages, especially if you have any connections with Subway, because I love Subway sandwiches. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I always say this. It's, Billy Ray Valentine. I would do this for a living. But if I can't, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. Listen, guys, I can't really get into what's going on with Big Ray, but there are some huge moves going forward. And I'm not talking about just one wrestling. I'm talking about everything that I do. So just wish me the best of luck. Keep me in your prayers, guys. I've had a tumultuous month. This has been one of the toughest years in my entire life. Everything from these diverticulitis attacks. I have diverticulitis to it's been a tough year, guys. So I just want to lend you just a word of advice. And I believe this. God does not give you anything you cannot handle. So go out, get it, ladies and gentlemen. DDP yoga, I'm getting back in that. I'm going to be doing some videos here on wrestling.com regarding my DDP yoga. I've gained a few pounds ever since my surgery, so now I'm going to get back in the game. So again, DDP yoga. And listen, guys, again, follow me at WrestleZone.com. Check out the Impact Rebellion show with me and the hacker bin Hameen. Ya Allah, he is up to 511 wives. Who knows how many wives he's going to have this week. Billy Ray Valentine, I've talked enough. Please sign us off, my friend.
That's it, man. This is Billy Ray Valentine. Don't forget to hit us up over at PW Hustle with A-Track Brown and the Professor Anthony Quintana. You go look us up on YouTube or on Google. You're gonna find us, man. And when you find us, you ain't gonna forget. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And thank you for joining us today, right here on Big Slam Nation, OneWrestling.com's Big Slam Nation. Big Ray, say goodbye to the people. We out,
ladies and gentlemen. In the words of Bin Hameen, pile driver out of nowhere.